Okay. Talking about relationships in recovery today.
Relationships in recovery.
Yes.
You mean like boyfriend and girlfriend or homeboy and buddy?
I mean, eventually, yes. And also friendships. Just
Okay, so relationships and friendships.
relationships and friendships.
Okay.
hmm
Which one do you want to start with?
Well, let's start with how to make healthy friendships in recovery.
Well, that's a tough one because we're pretty judgmental. Not all of us, but a good chunk of us. You know, we're not really too nice to one another. We should be nicer to one another in recovery, and be open-minded to multiple pathways. You know, when I came up from Southwest Florida to Athens and seeing what they're doing and what they're handing out and the way that they're going about things, uh was the what had been embedded inside me. But then after being here a year and seeing that it's a little bit different, that it leads to people getting into recovery, it leaves the door open for certain circumstances. But I don't know. Friendships in recovery, that's a tough one though. You know, I got trust issues, I'm not gonna lie. So, you know, man, it's tough for me. I'm just gonna be like, hey, buddy that I don't know, pal that I've known for 2 months, you wanna come hang out? I'm not that type. Like, I don't know if it's a ego thing, a macho thing, a masculine thing. I don't know what it is.
And are you like an introvert? You just
I'm an introvert?
don't want to make friends? Like,
not at all.
What is it?
I don't know. I guess it's underlying trust issues. Deeply rooted trust issues.
Deeply rooted trust issues. So did you ever have like a sponsor?
Oh man, that's a good story. So I did, sort of, kind of. But when I got in the 12-step program in Florida, they just was like, you're dreaming too big, Adam. You're dreaming too big. You're setting your goals here. You're gonna land here, and you're gonna relapse. So I really wasn't big on sponsorship because like my sponsors, the people that I would associate with the most regarding the 12-step program that would qualify as sponsors or sponsorship, like they just weren't going after it. Like I wanted to chase my dreams like I used to chase them drugs. And everybody's telling me I'm going too fast, I'm going to crash and burn, I'm setting my goals too high. Like, it left a real bad taste in my mouth. So I was very judgmental when I came up here, or up to Athens, and seen the way they do the 12-step program in Athens. Oh my God, it restored every speck of hope and faith that I have in the program, because I didn't have any coming from Florida. You know, the guy's like, no disrespect, but a dude in a raggedy van living in a trailer down by the river in Florida is telling me that I'm dreaming too big, but he has no idea how hard I hustled. So I think it's trust issues. I don't know. A lot of my life, though, I was told that I would never get what I got, and then I get it, and they're like, "I told you you could do it." You know, so I think that's where my trust issues come from.
Yeah. It was hard for me when I had a sponsor. It was kind of like awkward. Like, you're like, yeah, you're gonna like call me every day, and I was like,
Right.
Why?
Tell me how you're doing.
Yeah. And it was really awkward for me. And I remember my first sponsor. She was super cool chick. She's still in recovery today. She's really awesome. She definitely represents recovery, and she was like really pretty, and I felt like very intimidated by her. And so,
What was intimidating?
because she like had clean time, and I feel like she kind of had like her life together a little bit, you know.
Right, like a year better than me.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So it was like really hard, but she was super cool. She made it easy for me to call her and talk to her. You know what I mean? But I think through sponsorship, that taught me about what a healthy relationship looked like, as far as like in a female. Because I'll tell you that in my active addiction, I did not have any female friends because I was trifling, and you know, I would sleep with your boyfriend for dope, and I would, you know what I mean, pretend like we were friends and then talk about you behind your back, you
Right.
know, and you know, so I didn't have any female friends, and because of how trifling and hateful and jealous and envious I thought that every other female was the same.
Right.
So coming into recovery was like a whole different vibe. Like the women in recovery, you know, although we're still sick, right? But there was just a whole different vibe to it.
I got you.
And having to share through sponsorship my deepest, darkest secrets, and having to trust this woman that I barely knew with everything.
Yeah.
And trust the process that what they said was going to happen based on these 12 steps.
Like the promise is coming true.
Right.
I hear you. But I had to do whatever step number it was to where you like spill the beans, right?
4.
Step
and
4 and
Mm-hmm.
5. There was no way I could do that with a complete stranger. You know what I mean? Like I still did it, but I did it with somebody that knew what I was about and some of the stuff that already had been done. Because I'm like, they're not going to put me in the jail. They're going to put me under the jail.
Right.
You know? So like, I guess it all goes back to trust issues for me. Like I don't trust no stranger. You know what I'm saying? I tell you this, you're going to go call the 800 number and get the reward kind of thing. That's where I'm at in the stinking thinking mind of mine. You know what I mean? Which leads into me not trusting people in today's. But like, it's weird because so many people put trust in me. But I can't put trust in other people. Like still to this moment, like Mitch at the Olive Garden we just ate at. I don't trust Mitch. The breadsticks were amazing and that Alfredo sauce we dipped it in was good, but I don't trust Mitch. You know what I mean? Just because I don't know him. So it's like, I don't know. It's really weird.
So when you got into your first sober relationship, how were you able to trust?
I mean, reflecting, I sort of kind of didn't. Like, what do you mean? Like, can you elaborate? Like, I trust that this relationship's just going to be okay.
I mean, when you got into your first relationship at 6 months sober.
Yes.
Romantic, intimate relationship at 6 months sober.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So you had to trust that person because you moved in with her and you put your name on her stuff and you guys, like, did you share, like...
I didn't put my name on nothing. I'll pay for everything in cash and it's all going on your name. Now, don't get me wrong. The second or third lease, we were at my buddy JT Money's house and I rented from him and then we jumped into another spot. But nah, my name wasn't on nothing. Well, I would help her pay all the bills. I would help her take care of everything. And it's funny that you said that because now that I'm thinking about that, it was like that with all the relationships before that too.
Even in your active addiction.
Yeah, like even when I got introduced to the pills, you know, my daughter's going to be about, she's like 11 and a half now. Even in that relationship with my daughter Madeline's mother, everything was in her name. I was making like unbelievable money, right? But still everything was in her name, you know? But no, I mean, we moved in. I mean, I guess I trusted the situation. I don't know, man. I did some shitty things, you know, 6 months in recovery. You're not fixed. You're still broken. I'm still broken now. I got 5.5 years. You know, I can remember doing some real crazy stuff, like arguing, and we're driving the BMW down the road, and I was ready to push it into park, running 45 miles an hour, and just stupid stuff, like my temper. You know, I'm not a really big fan of certain people in my family right now, but they're like, your fuse is this big, your fuse is this big. You go from 0 to 100 real quick. And like, I just reflecting, like, you know, in active addiction and even in the first serious relationship in recovery, man, I put her through some shit. You know what I mean? Like, you have only seen me get fired up once or twice, and it was never at you. It was at circumstances or situations. And then I immediately reflect on it, and I felt bad, which I guess is me getting better about things. But it was tough. But nah, nothing was in my name. What? Now things are in our name. Now that, you know, we're married.
Yeah.
Sort of, kind of.
What do you mean, sort of, kind of?
Sort of, kind of. The lease is in our name.
The lease is in our name. Yeah.
You got my last name.
I have your last name. Name.
Finally.
My social security card has your last name on it.
Getting
my
there.
massage license has your last name on it. All the important things.
Yeah.
Our new car we're getting.
Which I'm just hearing about right now, so I'm looking forward to paying for that.
You said with your Christmas bonus we were gonna get it.
Oh yeah, that new car.
Yes, that new car.
Yeah, that's gonna be a Hot Wheels die-cast, $2 from the Dollar Tree. Gonna put you in a Jeep.
He's lying. We're getting a new car.
No, but I mean, like, yeah, I mean, I guess it's just real important to get along with other people in recovery. It's important to have healthy relationships, because I mean, like, a lot of people relapse and bad stuff happens. Institution, incarceration, and death.
Over breakups.
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely. I think we should do a part 2 and talk about that.
Do a part 2 and talk about what?
Talk about relapsing and how relationships can cause you to relapse.
Oh yeah, real quick. Relationships can definitely, I mean, I don't know about y'all out there, but I know so many people that relapsed because of a relationship.
Oh yeah.
I almost relapsed because of the relationship that I ended, my only long-term relationship prior to us. And I'm just glad I didn't, as bad as it hurt. I knew that if I could get through it, everything happens for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, God don't put no pressure on you to not polish you, right? Like,
right.
He's putting pressure on you to polish you. You're a diamond in the rough, and sometimes you can't even see your value because you're so dirty. But once you get yourself cleaned up and
Right.
polished, well, then it's your time to shine. But that would be a good part 2 for sure. You want to do that?
Yeah.
Let's do it.